Hi everybody, I've not done a wee update in a while, so that's because I've been busy. I think the last couple of videos I shared that I was feeling much better and some of my biometric measures were starting to drop back down to kind of post-op where I detoxed and I had the healthiest bowel in Scotland. So I'm really pleased. After the chemo finished, I did another detox, and I ate and drank pretty healthy anyway and did had a lot of really good habits in place, but some of them I've just tightened up on, and I've added some marginal gains in that over time will help me with my day-to-day living and my endurance and stuff like that. But the reason that I've been busy now that my energy and things are coming back is I started back at work. So I promised myself that I wouldn't go gung-ho, which was the old Jenny kind of approach. So I think I'll be like 2.5 weeks in now. So the first week I basically just did, like the Thursday, Friday that week, I just did an hour each day and cleared through some emails and stuff like that. And then the following week I did 2.5 hours each day. And then this week I've done 3.5, so kind of half days, either morning, afternoon, or kind of in that middle slot of the day. And it's gone really well. Obviously my physical energy and my body is in a really good place, and I can see that, you know, being back to work isn't negatively impacting any of those metrics, but I wasn't sure how. The big bit for me was about my concentration levels and being able to cope with being on calls for a large part of the day, because I'm going to be working from home, not because of COVID, just because that's the role that I have, and that's, apart from a couple of times a year, most of my work I can do from home, so I'm kind of lucky that way. But it does mean that I need to spend quite a lot of time on the phone when I'm dealing with various people. So I didn't have any concept of how that was going to be, because I hardly did any of that in the 6 months that I wasn't doing any work. And if I did do calls, it was like one call a day, and it was balanced out across a week. So it's been, I think I've had a couple of days where the meetings were longer and I was finding it difficult. I was getting tired, so it's just going to take a little bit of time for I guess, that mental endurance and being able to concentrate for longer periods of time. When I was going through chemotherapy, I had chemo brain, and my concentration span was basically like a gnat. Literally, some days I just couldn't concentrate on anything for longer than a nanosecond. So yeah, it's going well so far. I wouldn't be doing like big long calls for anything longer than an hour and a half, I don't think, at the moment, without a break anyway. And then I'm just going to build it up and see how it goes. So yeah, so all good, kind of transitioning back into normal life, but taking it easy. And usually, so I decided at the beginning of this year, there's lots of different character traits and things that I want to have part of me, and they're demonstrated on a regular basis. But you can work on character traits, and if you want to get better at them. So for the first quarter this year, the character trait that I was working on, funnily enough, was patience. So, you know, I decided what I wanted to do, and I defined what that was for me, and then some of the things that, some of the ways of demonstrating that character trait I worked on, and just kept it top of mind. And when situations came up where I needed to work on, and I really needed patience, it was top of mind for me. And I was running through trying different strategies and things. So my quarter 3 character trait is balance, which I thought would be really helpful for this quarter because I was transitioning back into working life and then finding new routines and new habits that'll help me live a long and fruitful life without having to worry about any relapses or anything like that. So slow and steady, like the tortoise and the hare. And yeah, I'm just, balance is key for me this quarter. Well, it is going to be for life, but I'm really going to work on it hard this quarter, and make sure everything that I'm putting in place and everything that I'm looking to try and do, I'm balancing that with time for my body and my brain and my emotions and everything to catch up. So that's where I am just now. I can't remember which video it was, but at some point in the series, I think like middle of the way, I had a rant about food and supermarkets and stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to talk you through what I've done in terms of action. Instead just moaning my face off, I have changed a few things for Stacey and I, which will mean that's less of a problem now. So watch out for that later in the week. See you later.